Acura had a pretty impressive crossover slash SUV lineup in the late mid 2000s with the RDX and the MDX. But in 2009, they decided to take a trip to Mars and release this alien-like Acura, the ZDX. Why do I call the ZDX alien-like, you may ask? Well, just look at this thing. The design is way ahead of its time. A two-door crossover with luxury and power to back it up. Almost like it's a sporty crossover of modern times. My brother talks about the ZDX and says it's something like sitting in a spaceship. But I honestly can't confirm what sitting in a spaceship is like. The shape of the ZDX is somewhat confused overall. Like, look at the top of this. It's very round, but then our front and back is met with Acura's early 2010s design and their grill, you know, that big grill that no one liked. It's just a really unique car. Like, I can't put my finger on what Acura was doing when they designed it, but it's interesting. Powering the ZDX is a 3.7 liter J37A5 producing 300 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque, which is plenty of power to enjoy. The J37A5 was only ever used in the ZDX, and I always thought it was the same exact J37 that was in the 4th Gen TL, but actually the engine codes are different. The TL uses the J37A4 and produces 5 more horsepower, yet I did some research and the bore size, the stroke size, and the compression are all exactly the same. The J37A5 from the ZDX was mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission and Acura's SH all-wheel drive system. This was actually Acura's first ever by the way, 6-speed automatic transmission ever. No vehicle from Acura ever had one before. The ZDX features a panoramic glass roof with sunshades that move. That roof on this thing, by the way, is so cool looking. Hands-free Bluetooth, a hand-stitched leather interior, and other goodies like adaptive cruise control. The ZDX was definitely not skimping out on the luxury features. The only model years for the ZDX were 2010, 11, 12, and 13, and in 2013, Acura did a few things as kind of a last hurrah for the ZDX, I guess, as it really wasn't meeting sales marks. They ditched a whole bunch of features and added forward collision warning, lane departure warning, parking sensors, a new front grille, and power folding mirrors for that extra JDM touch. That new front grille was sort of a Acura refresh as a brand, because in 2009, 2010, when they came out with a whole bunch of new models, this new grille, especially on the 4th Gen TL, was met with a lot of dismay. The top trim from 2010 to 2012 was the Advanced Package, which had an MSRP of $56,045, but in 2013, the lineup was cut down from 3 trims to 1 trim, probably because, again, the lack of sales, with a starting MSRP of $50,920, so about a $5,000 price cut for the ZDX, for not much less luxury, you know? So obviously, as I said, the ZDX didn't sell well, and it's honestly a shame. With only 7,191 total ZDXs produced, that makes it the rarest US manufactured Acura ever as a model. The ZDX does fall in a weird category though. It's not really an SUV or even a crossover, but it's not a true coupe either. Why would someone have bought it over a TL or an MDX or an RDX back in the day? And to be honest, I don't have that answer for you, but looking back about 10 years later, these cars are damn cool, and I'm so glad that they exist. For me, this car has somewhat become an Acura enthusiast collectible. It is not some ultra performance car or some insane G-Wagon equivalent, but it is its own thing, the ZDX. Its own quirk-filled car. They've held decent value throughout the years, and I see them anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 Canadian, but you know, for $10,000 for what you're getting, it is not a bad deal. But for practicality purposes on the used market, for the average person looking at a ZDX, it is probably a tough buy and a tough sale for the seller. It's definitely an enthusiast-driven car at this point, but that's okay. We need cool cars like this nowadays, and there's just not enough of them. On the bright side, if you do own one of these or are looking to buy one, maintenance wise the ZDX should be pretty cheap, as a lot of the parts are interchangeable with the 4th Gen TL, and those are a dime a dozen. Let me know your thoughts below on the 1st Gen ZDX, as we have a new 2nd Gen EV ZDX coming soon. Tell me your stories. Are you interested in buying one? Because I know I am. I would love to own one of these just as a keepsake, as a collectible to look at and go, man, I have that Alien-like looking thing. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I thank you for tuning into another one of my videos. The support on this channel is amazing. Leave your requests down below, leave your stories down below, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching, and peace.